I think what he's saying is don't put me in
Why get married, though? Why get married to somebody that if you're going to want to go to a club and go fuck some other chick in the bathroom because it is what it is. So why can't you just party, have fun, and go home to your wife? Yo, like, I don't understand that.
Hey, first of all, stop it. Stop.
No.
My head is like spinning. You're going to sit here and try to tell me that in every married...
I'm not trying to tell you nothing. I'm telling you. I'm not trying.
Okay. So you're sitting here telling me that every married man... You're sitting here trying to tell me every married man who has sex with another woman does not love his wife or care about his wife.
They don't.
That's not what the guy said.
They don't.
They don't.
I was asking Dave.
But Dave, is that what the guy said?
That's not what he said.
I asked Dave specific.
No. I asked Dave.
No. I asked Dave a specific question that is separate from what you did.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
So now, Dave. So now you're telling me.
This is a circus.
So Dave, now you're telling me that because this man.
And we got Ringling Brothers.
Because this man wants to talk to another woman, he doesn't love his wife.
He doesn't. No. Oh, at least he's not in love. At least he's not in love with his wife. He might love her. He's not in love with her.
Stop, bro.
He's not in love with her.
Yo, you could love your wife and another girl.
Hey guys, welcome back to 8 at the Table. We're here with another episode. Today we have our girl,
Aaron the Renegade. Hey y'all.
You're right, yo. There you go. And Disco Dave, you know what it is. I'm here.
So, did you like come up in the disco times? Like, where did disco?
No, it was a little. It was when I was born. The disco time existed. It was just. Actually, it was just a name that I was given because I was thrown into the mix of DJing in a club, and they were like, "Yo, you got to pick a name," and I picked a name. They were like, "That's not good. That's not good." And I was like, "Disco Dave." They was like, "Oh, that's good. We'll go with that," and that's what it was.
What if it was like Dave the Disco?
That's not what it is, though. So I don't know.
Okay, so the topic for today is safety net dating. So for those of you that don't know, safety net dating is typically when you are going through a breakup and you are helping each other navigate in the dating world moving forward as friends.
Which is amazing.
It's very mature, I would say.
I mean, considering your facial expression, it's like you're not on that type of time. Ooh. Are you one of those that when you break up, you're like, nah, fuck you, I don't care. You know, and your mama, and your future third generation kids are gonna be born in 100 years.
No, I mean, for me personally, no. I would love to break up and not have no issues.
Right.
Am I going?
You would love to.
But can you? That's the
No,
problem.
of
And is that what's happening?
I typically feel like whenever someone is, I'm not dealing with someone no more, they're looking for reasons to hate me so that they don't have to talk to me anymore.
It's crazy, right?
Are we talking about like breakups in terms of just like we were a real couple and broke up, or broke up like we was fucking for a minute?
No.
Real breakup. Real relationship.
You about to what?
I would love to break up cordially and have no problems. Of course, I feel like everybody would love that because who wants problems, right? But I don't think that I would.
Aaron. She said, fuck your mama.
I don't.
That's problems.
I ain't like that bitch in the first place.
Oh, man.
I'm joking. Jokes.
I don't think that I would necessarily be
You've been very jokative today.
Looking for an ex or someone that I previously just broke up with to help me navigate in the dating market moving forward.
But you need help. Because you clearly don't know how to pick them.
Wow. Oh, shots fired.
Even if I did need help, I wouldn't be looking for help from an ex.
Why? He's the one that knows you best.
Well, and I think this is what you said when maturity comes in. Because I know for me, a lot of women that I've dealt with, or the women that I dealt with, I have good relationship with them after the breakup where they can converse with me, they could get on the phone with me, they could call me, they could speak to me, they could say, hey, I think it comes to a point where we share intimacy and we're together, that there's a comfortable level when you're adults with the individual after the breakup, they could say, hey, I'm going through this. And even for sometimes, even if they want to be in denial, say, hey, you're right, because I'm feeling something, because there's always that connection you have with someone when you spend that quality time and that intimacy. And they go, yeah, I was dating someone. And I think it takes an intelligent, mature person to say, talk to me. Like, what can I share with you? Because maybe I could give you some insight of what we were going through and our hiccups and our obstacles that might help you see a little more clearly to what you're experiencing now with this individual that you like, to maybe help you hurdle that correctly so you can fix it and make amends with that so you're not feeling the way you're feeling. And vice versa. I'm very good with telling them if they say, hey, how you been? I'm an open book. I'm good. Oh, you dating? Yes, I am. Do you like her? Yes. And she said, don't do this because you did this and I didn't like that. And I respect that. I honor that. Yo, thank you. Thank you for keeping me on my toes to be mindful not to do that stupid shit again because I know you didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, to be honest, I actually do like what you just said. That's amazing. Like that kind of relationship is amazing. But I feel like in order for us to get to that point, we have to actually be friends. I don't want you to just be someone that I just broke up with and you're trying to help me. And like I don't really feel like your help is going to be
Useful.
useful or very genuine. So if it's like you never really know what the circumstance is. Like what if I broke up with you and you weren't ready to break up? So like me talking to you about dating other people isn't going to be helpful for either one of us. I feel like after a breakup, even if like it went okay and we don't hate each other, I feel like there's still some like boundaries you need to set at first before you guys try to get into an actual friendship. You guys aren't going to be automatically friends afterwards. Like
Right.
taking some time apart from each other and setting some boundaries, and maybe like down the line you guys can create an actual friendship where you guys will be able to talk about stuff like this.
what do you think, Rico?
Well, the one time that this did happen to me was when I was best friends with the girl first. But again, we were young, 8th grade. We were best friends till sophomores.
I don't know if that counts, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
8th grade.
8th grade to sophomore, we were best friends. As sophomores, we started dating seriously.
Oh, okay.
Um, and then we broke up, and
Right.
and after we broke up,
Mhm.
so we broke up. Then we still remained friends. Like the first, I would say, week or two was a little awkward, but then after that, we were friends, and then we dated again. We probably dated like 2 or 3 times, but in the process of that, we were always being honest with each other about who we were dating and seeing in the process. And I think that again, I mean, to align with what Amanda was saying, when you are actual, real, genuine friends before you date, you have a different love and care for that person. So whether or not we work out doesn't matter, right? Because I'm still going to be here in some capacity in your life and vice versa. Now, I've had girls that be like, yo, we were friends and then, we had sex and now we dated and now that it's over, we can't be friends anymore, right? Because we ruined the relationship, which didn't make sense to me. And those type of women, there was no being able to, tell them about, how they should look out for whom in the dating market. So, yeah, I agree. You have to be friends to do it. I mean,
I have a question. Like, just like realistically, what does that look like? Because Amanda made a very good point about there has to be some time for you to like kind of get over that person, get them out of your system. So, like, are y'all transitioning together? Like
nah.
at the end of the relationship,
It
or
does feel unrealistic, right?
right?
It feels like, okay, so we both in this relationship decided, and it feels like it's an outlier situation where we both decided this isn't working. Both of us, our feelings aren't like caught up in it, and we're both saying like, okay, let's help each other move on.
Right.
Like, what is the probability of that happening?
It's slim because nobody's dating each other that really care about each other. Everybody's dating each other.
You think so?
No,
Yeah, of course, because
not 100%.
if I'm dating you because I want the benefit of you, it's hard for me to help you become become a better you, even if it's without me. Now, if I'm dating you because I want I want you to be better, and you're dating me because you want me to be better, whether or not we work out, we can find a way to still coexist and help each other reach whatever potential that is. Now, I'm not saying that it's you know probable, and the reason is because it's like we are programmed to think that we own our spouse. If I date you, you're mine. And the second that you're not mine and you go with somebody else, you're showing me that you're not mine. So I don't even care to help you. Good luck. Right? And that's the problem. But when you're dating
It's called
somebody,
immaturity.
yeah, but if I'm dating a girl and I'm like, yo, I really rock with you, and it also depends on how you break up too. That's a whole nother conversation. But if I'm like, I really rock with you, but you know what? I'm this way. and you don't do well with people who are that way. So I'm not gonna hold you back and try to keep you here. I want you to do better. So I'm gonna go up. It's not about getting you out of my system because you're here forever and I'm there forever. It's really just about like, yo, how can I help you and how can you help me?
But so and again, my question is like, realistically speaking, what does that look like? Because let's say you're dating someone, y'all were certainly friends before y'all started dating, y'all break up, a mutual breakup or whatever, it's on decent terms. Like, is there a separation period?
There
And
shouldn't be.
well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'm trying to
You said this what?
understand.
it shouldn't be.
So
Like,
I'm trying to understand what it like literally looks like because I think people what we're saying may not create
Yeah.
an
okay, I
accurate
get you.
vision of what it is for the audience.
So I can only speak from my perspective, from my experience, right? And it kind of goes back to what he was saying. When there's when you have a friendship, a genuine friendship with each other, and y'all start dating, this is probably the only way I think that this is possible, right? Or probable, most probable, I should say,
Yeah, problem.
right? And then you guys break up. So you were friends before, genuine friends before, however long that may be. Then you date seriously, then you break up. Somebody has to still be the person to keep the consistency that you guys had as a friend, right? So if we spoke, in my personal experience, we spoke 3 to 4 times a night, regardless a week, right? So even if I was upset or she was upset about the breakup, the other person is still making that call. And when you care about that person, you go and pick up, unless you're really petty, which is again different. So when you care about that person, you pick up, and it kind of just eases you back right into the same, friendship that you had prior to the breakup and the dating that you did. And then what ends up happening is what Dave said, life starts to happen within, whether it's a month, 2 months, however long, and you start noticing that, hey, what's wrong? Like, something's up. And then they start talking to you about the person that they're trying to see, or seeing. And then, they ask for your opinion because at the end of the day, I don't believe that people trust easily in today's world. So those that you do trust, you actually seek their opinion on new situations before you even, or validation on new situations before you even fully dive in. You might have put your toe in the water, but you ain't jumped in the pool yet. And before you jump in the pool, I might ask the only person that I trust, hey, is the water cold? like this is the signs that I think the water is cold, and that's what I think it looks like.
Well, sorry, I just want to say something about what Rico said as to why what I feel like what you said wouldn't be realistic
She's
for
a
me.
Gemini.
Oh Lord.
They're possessive.
No, I don't want to be possessive at all, but I'm just saying if I didn't take any time, I am not possessive.
He's working on
But
getting under your skin.
if I didn't take any time away from this person to separate our, romantic relationship from our friendship, then just going along to try to be friends right after our breakup, answering your late night phone calls and asking you about,
Your day.
how's your day, kind of still feels like we're still there.
It blurs the line.
It blurs the lines. It kind of
So
seems
you don't
like
have sex for 30 days.
the breakup didn't really happen because we on the phone and we chopping it up like we usually do, even though maybe we're not saying I love you, even though we're probably not saying like having sex. It just kind of still feels unfinished for me. So I feel like talking about dating other people and getting into relationships or like talking to other people, I feel like that friendship with your ex will now become a problem in your new relationship because just like, damn, you still talk to your ex like that, like, and I feel like will you completely give this new relationship a chance being that close still to your ex that you just feel like now you guys are friends? I feel like you would still have those same kind of feelings that you never really gave yourself time to get over. I feel like it's very unrealistic to feel like you can just jump back into that old friendship that you
I
had.
think it depends on. I can agree, but it would depend on how long we're talking was this relationship. If we're talking, we were friends for 2 years and dating for 5 years, it's gonna be a lot harder because you have a 7 year history with this person. But if we're talking about you were friends for 4 years and dating for 6 months or a year, it like the odds are that you weren't going to be together. You know, I think people get comfortable, and that's why friends date each other, because I'm comfortable with this person. This is somebody who knows me,
Absolutely.
and this is somebody who I can be open with and honest with, more likely than not, throughout whatever has happened and transpired in my life for the time frame. So that's why I feel like best friends or close friends end up tending to date each other at some at some point. Now, although I don't think it usually lasts, because there's a reason why they were a friend to begin with, right? Um, that's why I don't think it typically happens where they have a long relationship. Now, I agree. If this girl I'm talking to says like, yeah, hey, I've been dating this person for 3 or 4 years and now we're friends, and he's giving me advice, it'd be a whole different ballgame.
But
I
that's
don't think
why
it could
the
work for me.
cliche saying, well, it seems cliche. But like when you go into relationships with your friends and they're like, oh, this might mess up our, friendship and we might not be able to get back to it. I mean, that's why people say that, because even if you try dating for like a couple of months and it didn't work out for whatever reason, like some people find it hard to like
Yeah.
go back to being that
Friends after.
like friends after, because it's just like, damn, like this is somebody I dated and it just did not go well.
Dave, are
So
you friends with anybody that you used to smash?
All of them, almost all of them.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It's a guy thing.
Right. No, and I don't think it's a guy
I'm
thing. So I'm not saying that.
happens all of the time, but I'm just saying
Just
that
leave me fucking hanging.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
live
no,
that
no,
life.
no. I'm with you. I'm not saying it's just a guy thing, because because the same way I'm friends with these women are friends with me, so it goes to them as well. They're on that type of time, and I just feel it becomes a point of the knowledge you bestowed upon and you apply yourself, because uh, I I have yet to be with a girl that was a good friend of mine, and then we started dating. I'm good friends with women that I didn't know, and I just feel like my intentions are different. And I think that plays a big part of a relationship. What are your intentions when you get into this relationship? You can't say your intentions is to be a good man to this woman, and then she doesn't give you what she doesn't reach your expectations, and then when y'all break up, then you want to shit on her and wish her the fucking worst. Because then you're not a man of integrity,
That's a good point.
and then why was you really here in the relationship? Because if I'm seeing you, Aaron, and we break up, and it doesn't matter what it is, if my intentions were to be a great man to you and we break up because you did some foul shit, even though I might not like it and appreciate it, and my intentions is that I want to see you do good, and what can I do for you? Because there's women that I'm not with that I give work to, they make money with me, they call me about their stuff, and they around me. The girl that I said, the Jewish girl I was with, my ex girl, which was the black girl. I will go. Well,
Damn.
that's what she said. Well, the Kenyan and Jamaican. When I was with her, she'll be out doing her thing,
We're live.
and then the Jewish girl that I was with.
no cutsies.
Right.
Okay, Dave loves everybody.
Right. The Jewish girl that I was with, we'll hang out. We'll meet up like once a month, once every other month, and we'll meet up. And then my girl will call me at the time, which her name is Cynthia, and she'll be like, "Hey,
That was
where?"
the black chick,
Nice.
right?
Huh?
The black chick, right?
The Jamaican, and she'll be like, where
Oh,
are
I
you?
remember her. That's
Right.
why
She
I
was
said
like, yo, where are you? And I would say, I'm over here with Mallory eating and this and that. Take a cab and come meet us. And she'll, right. And yes. And she hung out with both of them. And it's just like that. Listen, my birthday parties, my birthday dinners I do in my house, I have like 3 ex-girlfriends, 2 girls I was dating. They're all in the house having fun, enjoying each other's company, taking shots and being friends. Nobody's being catty. Everybody's having a good time.
Hugh Hefner.
No, it's not about being Hugh Hefner. I'm just talking about, it's about maturity, because I generally look forward to being a good man to you. And whatever you do, that's your problem. I know what I was looking forward to be. You want to be a bitch? That's on you. That's on you. Like, I'm not going to be a bastard because you want to be a bitch, because how can I show you something different if I'm going to be exactly like you? So somebody got to break the cycle. Somebody got to break the pattern. And the problem we having here on this reality is that somebody gets hurt, and then they meet somebody, and that person's good to them, and they hurt that person. And then that person ignorant enough to not hurt somebody else. And nobody's saying, yo, you know what stops with me? You trying to hurt me, and I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to hold you with compassion and show you that there are great people in this realm. There are. And there's not enough of us that there are great people. So a woman could always think of me as her safety net, because I'm always got you in my best interest, because I need you to do good. Because if you're doing bad, it hurts us collectively.
And it looked bad on you. They be like, man, you seen Dave X girl? She out here doing real bad.
And it's a good trick that when and listen, and even for those guys that don't want to know that, when you have a lot of women that are around you and they could say, oh, you know him? Oh, I used to go out with him, and I used to go out with him, and I used to date him, and they're all together, that girl's gonna be like, I kind of like that. I like that. If all of y'all are still appreciating this man, there's something great about him that I would like to know.
How many of them?
He's
though?
a pimp.
No, it's not a
Ladies and
pimp. It's
gentlemen.
not a pimp because I always go with the intentions of longevity. You
And
know?
so do pimps.
Hold on, if it's like
Nah.
Intentions
There's
of having
7 of them together.
No. You gotta have fun. It doesn't mean that I'm here, I'm not the wham bang, thank you, man kind of guy.
I mean, of
Not
course.
that.
I feel like everyone
know-
goes into a relationship and expects to
good
have
intention?
fun.
no, a lot of people do not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about
that
the
lead to
intentions.
what?
In a relationship.
That lead to what?
I say people go into relationships with good intention?
No, sometimes I think it's very much across the board. I think you have people who go into relationships who are being genuine. They have good intentions, but you also have predators. You have people who go into relationships to use the other person.
It's a
You have
fact.
to people go into relationships to take advantage of somebody else because they've already identified. Because a lot of times certain personalities can hone in on like weaknesses in other people. So it's like it's a got you as soon as you identify that person. So I think there are a lot of people. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are or whatever, but I'll just say that
Find out.
I don't think that like everybody enters
Relationship with good intentions.
I don't want
Well-
to call it a relationship like
A
Whatever-
situation.
Something.
Relationship.
Most people go into relationships seeking security,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to make sure that there's some compatibility.
Or someone to fulfill an empty void.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that majority of people date. If we talk about security, it's only security within themselves.
Nope. Most people go into relationships seeking
It's
The
okay.
voice of God is talking.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Marie,
some form of security.
Mary the
thank you,
God.
Marie. So it's technically not a nope because it's some form of security.
That upset Rico.
She said no and then also enabled me.
You said nope. Rico said.
did he twitch?
I didn't twitch
You
yet.
did a girl roll your eyes. You're like,
No, but it can be okay. Security looks different for different people.
But
it could
no,
be
but-
financial. It could be emotional. It
I
looks
get
different.
it. I understand. And now we're asking me. We're not asking, but I'm telling you my perspective, right? Because I do agree. But I would think that a lot of the security is more so a security to trump their insecurity. And that's now I get it. Right? So most people in today's time, I feel date with the narrative to trump their own insecurities. So like let's say if I dated Amanda and Amanda told me I was a jerk, a narcissist, a gaslighter, those are popular words in
You've heard that before, I'm sure.
That we started.
everybody's
it didn't
heard
take Amanda to
I
say
didn't heard
that.
it. I didn't heard it all over
Gaslighting.
it, But now, let's say I won't say Erin. She's married. I go and I date Naisha. Now I want to show Naisha a different
Married.
side of me where
Kidding.
I won't get called a narcissist. I won't get called all these different things that Amanda called me, just to prove to myself that I'm not those things, subconsciously and consciously, and especially, I heard this a million times in my life. Somebody was dating somebody where they felt that they weren't good enough. So they go and date somebody where they feel like they are actually above that, right? So I really think, again, a lot of people are dating for self in different ways, shapes, and forms. And that's why I think it's so hard to be friends with somebody who you dated because you were dating for yourself. Now, if I use Dave, for example, well, I'm friends with a lot of my exes, and especially girls that I just smashed and I didn't date. I'm friends with majority of them, right? But like Dave is like, I'm not here to just date you for my own cravings. I'm not here to date you for my own insecurities. I'm here to date you to actually put some type of benefit to you and to your life as you are to me. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's no hard feelings, but I still want the best for you. That's the hard part. Because when you're dating for yourself, you don't even care about the best for somebody once y'all break up. Once you break up, it'd be fuck you and your mama.
But why? But does it?
And
No. Wait. But does it really happen?
I was just quoting. I wasn't.
Who were you quoting? Miss Campbell over here?
I was quoting both of you.
It wasn't Aristotle, I'll tell you that much.
It wasn't
Wait,
Plato.
but does it really
Who don't
have
care?
to be fuck you and your mama? Like, why can't you just walk away and be like,
Oh, you're the one that said the mama first.
no, that's an ad lib.
Mhm.
I want that to be used later.
There's a clip.
Yeah, exactly. But how?
Well, you're friends with,
Yeah.
or if not friends, you've ended on good terms
Yeah.
with previous relationships,
The
right?
6'5" dark skinned guy that you were seeing.
What about the
6'7",
6'4"?
the
Was it
6'3", the 6'4".
The 6 was there?
You had every height: 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", like 6'7".
No 6'1", no 6'2".
Man,
As long as they're over.
for them.
Yeah.
No
I
5'11s in
think there
there.
was 2 6'4s.
Poor little old Rico.
Mm.
Like, you know, like I'm
Um,
right there.
So what you were
close, but
saying?
Yet so far.
So close.
I just this is the thing. I feel like we all date for self. Because
Who's we?
people.
Rico,
And
you better
and
puff
the
that
reason
chest
the
back
reason
down.
why I say that
I
is
date for
because
women to experience the greatness. I'm being selfless, right?
you done. And so the reason why I say that is because our relationships should be mutually beneficial.
I agree.
And that goes for any relationship, whether it's you and your parents, you and your partner, you know, hell, you and your kids. Like everything has to be mutually beneficial because if it doesn't serve me, why am I here?
Well, I'm not gonna say that about my kid now.
I don't know. I feel dangerous.
Again, if it
Violence
don't
YouTube
serve
is about to be
me-
up.
Why? Because at a minimum, you need to go
Throw
get the
the kid
remote
away.
control.
You
My
don't
daughter-
serve me.
At a minimum,
My daughter will
at
be
a
on this
minimum,
podcast
you
in one
need
more
to be able
year.
to go get the remote control.
I will have
period.
Violet right here in 12 months. A break,
Listen, I'm
Wait, but we're
serving
talking about
a lot of
breakup.
people, and they serving me as well.
but we're talking about break up. So we were dating
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. I'm talking about living with someone or just dating someone, being intimate with someone and breaking up with them and telling them, hey, don't do A, B, and C because I'm advising you that you did this to me and I didn't like that. You know, so if I didn't like him, I'm not saying what I don't like, he might like. Or you might like, you know, it's still, I'm telling you, I didn't like that. So be mindful, take this consideration, just think about it. So if this experience occurs, manufactures in your near future with this individual, at least you could take a second and take a deep breath and say, how am I going to interject now in this reality? Because I remember having the same episode multiple times, you know, because a lot of times in the future, the things that happen in your life, in your relationship, conjure up again in another relationship to see, did you really learn what you needed to learn? Did you really understand what you needed to understand? So when this position happens
Are you
again,
gonna attack
what
it this
actions are
time?
you going to take? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to go through experience and what or you're going to compromise your integrity? You know, like what are you going to do? So you heard me say this many times before, all of y'all here. Like I never worry about being with a woman and her using me for whatever reason. It comes to a point that I know what I'm doing, to a point that there's nothing you could do that could use me now because I know what I'm doing. You know, so I'm showing you, at this point, showing you compassion and I'm being good to you because I'm letting you know that there's still great people in this world that want to see this world evolve to the benefit of the whole. So you could think what you want. Just because I take you to a nice dinner, or I bought you an outfit, or I pay for something. If you go to your friends and you be like, oh, this guy's my safety net because I could use him, this and that, you could think that. And I don't really care. I'm doing this straight because I like it. This is what I like to do. And this is what I'm always going to do. And the day that I feel like I can't do that for you because you're not honoring that, I just stop. I stopped doing that for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can always call me. Any woman could call me and say, hey, this girl, I'm having a problem and this and that. What do you think? And I'm going to take, I will give 2-3 hours of my life to be on the phone to hear what you got to say.
Wait.
Wait,
two,
did you say
three?
2-3 hours?
Yo, he's been bugging this whole time. Y'all just let him go.
Not the
Like,
2-3
wait,
hours.
No, I'll give you, listen, I will give time to hear you out, to have the conversation because listen, I don't know if people know that the more people we could have being loving and more positive in this world, it's going to help all of us collectively.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So if we got people running amok, being stupid and ignorant, doing stupid shit, it affects all of us.
But I have one question.
And
It
it
affects
does.
all of us.
Wait,
We all
no.
wanna
No,
interject
wait.
and say
No.
something.
Yeah.
Go ahead, interject. Go ahead. I'll take a sip.
Somebody gotta do the
I just have
sacrifice.
one question. Does that take 3 hours on the phone?
Okay.
Well, I don't know what you're going through. It might take 4 for you.
Jesus.
Oh Lord, I'm
can't
gonna
be
have
on
to
the
charge
phone
you.
that
like
long.
I just
I
feel like
can't.
if you give 2-3 hours of your time to someone you used to date,
Just making a
about
reference.
I mean,
Be an
but
hour.
2-3
I just
hours
can't
is
relate.
that is time, and I just feel
What's wrong
like
with that?
I'm gonna have to charge you for the session.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm good enough for you to open your legs to me, but I'm not good enough to sit there on the phone with you for 3 hours. There's something wrong with that.
because you're giving that to them.
Okay, and
I'm not saying that like don't help not to help them with their problems, but don't let it take 2-3 hours of your time.
But the
You're
thing
like
is,
you're not like let some boundaries happen.
well, what boundaries? I'm okay with that. If I don't have time, I'm going to tell you, hey, I can't talk to you right now. Call me later on at this time and we can have this conversation. I'm not compromising my reality for you. I'm saying I have the time and I could give you that time. So if I gotta go on a date and you call me and I'm seeing you and you're going through something and you're like, hey, I gotta call you. Listen, I gotta go pick up somebody right now. Call me later. And you're gonna know who I am. So you're gonna say, I know I could call him later. He's gonna give me that time. He's busy right now.
Can I please? I've been waiting.
Have you?
I've
You've
really
been talking a lot.
no for this.
How is?
But that's
wait, no,
entirely
wait, no, no.
different.
Even though there's an asshole that will take advantage of her being that great.
Wait. I just have a
'Cause
question.
that happens.
How is
That happens.
you supporting your child by being on child support, working against the father?
Well, because no. Well,
Child
I'll
support
be honest
sucks
with you.
because if
Child
they
support
tell me
is
I'm only
based
going to
on
give
how
you
much you
$80 and
make,
I'm
so
willing
why
to give you
wouldn't he have the
300.
money?
But I'm just, but,
That's-
no. But that's what I'm.
But here's the thing. But here's the well. I don't want to get into a whole nother topic. But what ends up
Seen it.
but what ends up happening. I don't want to get off topic, but what ends up happening as a father, right, and as fathers that I am friends of, they get to a point where it's like we're gonna pick one or the other, right? In a sense of if I'm already taking care of my kid, let's say he picks him up every Friday to Sunday, and he's already buying him clothes and he's already buying him all the necessities that he needs. Plus, you got me on child support. Why am I on child support when I'm already picking up my duties, right? So then it gets to a point where you're double dipping. So I can understand
Who's double dipping?
the woman.
Child?
The woman is double dipping.
He's saying that if child support saying give $100 and he's giving $300 already, why are you taking me on child support
I'm-
and not taking more money that
and
I'm giving you because
feeding
I
them.
love my
Yeah.
kid?
Half of the week I'm feeding. If I take it from Friday to Sunday, that's 3 days. There's only 7 days. So hypothetically say 50% because obviously there's no 50% of 7 days. 50% of the week I'm already having my child. Huh?
It's three. He's not saying that. They 7 days, so it's 3.5. Now he will have to get
There's
a half
only
a
7
day.
days. So who's gonna have a half a day? There's okay, 40%.
No, it's not 30%.
It's actually 40.
Not out of 7. It's only
You wanna do the
30% if
math?
it's 10
Let's
days.
not make this a big debate.
Well, but technically we know that nation don't know math, okay?
Okay, so-
because it's got to be 10 days in order for 3 days to be 30%, okay?
Neither of them have a
It's-
mic.
no,
anyway,
it's
so
it's-
let's not.
So listen,
Don't get caught up.
if I'm already having the child 3 out of the 4 days as a father, let's say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Or you could do every other week, 4 days and 3 days, and now it becomes 50%.
Okay, well, stop it. Well,
However it works.
Ooh, child.
let's just go. If I'm
You don't got
already-
kids, so that's why.
If I
No, I don't
It's
either.
impossible.
Not that I know of.
Hey, since when do you have kids?
Right.
Not that I know of.
all his kids are friends with each other. Alan starts this
I was
topic and
about to say,
it
not
switches
you just
it.
brought this up and be like,
You know what?
Like
I don't know.
That's the braids. The braids are too tight.
I'm gonna give it to you because I want to see what the ladies have to say.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure the audience wanted Rico to finish that
Wait, the
statement.
video?
Yeah.
Are we on live right now
He was
still?
on a roll.
Yeah.
Where? Where's the
'Cause I'm
camera?
the-
YouTube.
Oh.
It's gonna trigger too many people. You gotta start from the
First of
beginning.
all, I commented that
Alright.
on the Shade Room. I left
ready?
for an
Let me know when you're
hour.
ready.
What?
That video he
Ready?
just.
What is it?
And where the my homeboy got mad at me. Now he ain't talking to me because
Oh, that was.
we in the club and he tried to talk to these women, but he married. And I told him, hey, bro, you need to cut that out. He told me, man, why you hating, bro? I ain't hating. I ain't tell you to walk down that aisle. I ain't tell you introduce me to this woman and you go get that ring on your finger. Got me out on this wedding, spending all this money to come to y'all wedding to watch you come in this club and cheat and mess it all up. That's my money I spent on your wedding. I spent my money on your wedding. And I spent a lot of it too. We all in Vegas. and all these casinos, and I'm spending all of my money. Nah, y'all staying together. You the one introduced me to this lady. Got me calling her sis all the time. And all that. I'm not gonna be lying.
Not sis.
Say, boy, you better go get you a drink. I pay for it. Get you a drink and sit down somewhere, bro, because you ain't finna. Nah, I spent too much money on y'all wedding.
That's right.
Well, first and foremost, he's.
I seen.
Hold friends accountable, men hold men accountable.
And we need to.
Well,
we need to.
Wait, time out. Hold up. Like I'm about to.
How did you just switch up the
We were ta-
whole?
It's crazy. It's just
It's
crazy.
okay. It's
It's
cool.
become a new segment.
What I will say is, men out there, and I won't talk for ladies, but men, when you're gonna record these videos, do not talk with your mouth full and do not chew with your mouth open.
Indeed.
Right? That's just etiquette 101, right? Two, I think this is dope. Men, I personally believe, do hold men accountable for a lot. Not everything, but for a lot. Now, it just depends on what type of men that you got in
I'm
your
even giving
circle.
you a side look, bro. I'm like, what? Because mad dudes would have called that hating. They would have said, yo, homeboy hating, he cock blocking, he being shady.
I wouldn't call it, but me, I would not call it.
In the comments, prove you right.
I
Right.
wouldn't.
Because, because
but-
a lot of men want to be deceitful. That's what I'm saying. The appropriate
It's locked.
intentions is what your intentions is. He's right. Like, don't tell me this is your love of your life and you're going to go get married and do all that. And I got to go fly to Vegas. I got to get a hotel room. I'm spending this money on your bachelor party. And then I got to pay for the plate for the wedding and all that. And here you trying to meet some girl in the club and fuck in the bathroom. Bro, I thought you loved your wife. I thought this was your everything and everything. This is why you walked down the aisle. And this is your life partner.
Waste up all your money.
But
Yeah,
but I
don't
think that's where the
you're playing me.
problem-
You was better off just eloping
About to give me a
and
heart
doing that
attack.
shit, and you could have just saved me like $745 fucking dollars. You know what I'm
way more
saying?
than that.
Well,
It was
whatever
way
it
more
is,
than that.
I'll just make fake fucking numbers up. I'm just saying, like, don't have me jerk money for your ignorance, and you here trying to fuck everything, bro. 'Cause especially for me, that shit sometimes annoys me because I look forward to being with a good.
First of all, I'm not laughing at you.
No, I
don't
know, I know.
find
I know
anything
you read a
say-
comment.
Yeah, and
I look forward to being with a great woman, and when I see men marry and they claim that they found a great woman and they play them dirty, I'm like, what a dick.
well, first of all, this is my thing. Here's my problem with it, right? There was too much emphasis on how much you spent. I don't care about what you spent.
I agree to that.
So once,
I get what
once
you're
it
saying.
gets to a point that you are upset with what you spent, so
You were
you
mad, right?
you are doubling down on your investment. If you was at a free wedding, would you have that same energy?
Nope.
That's the.
I don't
point
know.
of-
I don't know.
That's the point of his. That's the point of his.
So now
post.
I
Just
know.
wait till it's
So
my turn.
now I know your whole position is all about you. You a selfish ass nigga. So yes, you're a hater. Now, if you was like, yo, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I brought you to. If I pay for your tux. If I pay for your flight. If I pay for you to walk to be here and.
Nah, I'm still mad at you. I see what you're saying, but I'm
You're
still
not
mad.
mad no more.
No.
because he still said
He
you got me
wasn't
around
mad.
this woman calling her
Her
sis.
sis.
But
Right.
but he said that. Would you like me to play the video?
We
Because
all heard it.
he said that once, right? He said his money like 4
Just
times.
saying, why you gonna jump out the window?
Don't put me in a.
position?
Don't
I
put me
didn't
in
jump
a
out the
position.
window. I brought you here because I
don't
can
wanna
trust
see
you,
in the
nigga.
club talking to other girls.
I think
Why?
what he's saying
Why?
is don't put me
Oh,
in
why
a.
get
Why?
married though? But why get married to somebody that if you're gonna
Bro.
want to go to a club and go fuck some other chick in the bathroom because it is what it is.
So we gonna
why
act- so
why
we
can't
go-
you just party and have fun and go home to your wife?
Yo,
like I don't understand
Yo,
that.
Dave,
Can I
first of all,
say
stop it. Stop. 'cause,
No,
like my
no.
head is like spinning. You're gonna sit here and try to
even feel
tell me
like
that
that.
every
I'm
married.
not trying to tell you nothing. I'm telling you. I'm not
Alright,
trying.
okay. So you're sitting here telling me that every married man. You're sitting here trying to tell me every married man who has sex with another woman does not love his wife or care about his wife.
They
That's
don't.
not what the guy said.
They
though.
don't.
They don't.
I was asking Dave.
But Dave, is
They-
that what the guy said?
That's not
No,
what
no.
he said.
I asked Dave
Okay, but
specific. No.
I asked Dave.
No. I asked Dave a specific question that is
I asked
separate
Dave a
from what you
specific-
I'm
did.
feeling attacked right now.
So now, Dave. So now you're telling me.
This is a circus.
So Dave, now you're telling me that because this man,
And we got Ringling Brothers.
because this man wants to talk to another woman, he doesn't love his wife,
He doesn't. No.
And there's your answer.
No.
and that's why.
No.
And,
Tell me
and-
why,
what?
and that's and
Oh, at least he's
first
not
of
in
all,
love.
hold
At
on.
least he's not in love with his wife. He
Stop
might
it.
love her. He's not in love with her.
stop, bro.
He's not in love with her.
Yo, you could love your wife and fuck another girl.
I think what he's saying is that if you're gonna cheat, do it discreetly.
No, why are you
That's not even
cheating?
what he said.
Why
So
you
I gotta do
cheating?
it discreetly. But first, no, Dave is all the way off his rocker right now.
No, I'm not.
There's no discreetly. First of all, if I invited you to my wedding as my best man or whatever it is, you flew out to here. I'm assuming you have this much emotional attachment because you were probably in my small circle. Okay, right? So now, don't get me wrong. Do I not? If I commend men for checking their men, I commend women for checking the woman. I don't care. But when it's solely about, well, why'd you have me spend this much money chewing the Popeye's chicken? Why'd you have me fly here in Vegas? Got me gambling. Why'd you have me buying
You
this
didn't have
suit?
to gamble.
Yo, bro, exactly. Now, if you would have won, it would have been a different situation, right? Because it's a free trip. But
Well, what if he would have still been mad? What if he won 25,000 gambling? He still would have said the same shit and said, "Yo, I don't like." What if he was such a great man that it bothered him for his friend to lie to him and deceive him, to claim that he fell in love with this woman and married her, so that he could still go fuck around and still say, "Well, that's my wife and I claim her and she got no choice because we married." And no, bro, I want to support this love that you have, and I look forward to having that love. And now you fly me over here and I'm doing all this shit for you. And technically at this point, you wasted my fucking time, my nigga. I shouldn't have to win.
You know what I heard?
I didn't have to go. You wasted my time here.
All I heard was 3 what ifs, right? And I don't care about what ifs. I'm gonna tell you what is. What is that if you was someone who genuinely didn't want to see your friend talk to another woman, you spending money would have nothing to do with him talking to another woman.
A month later, after you got married?
No. What are we talking about? Listen, first of all, I don't control my friend.
That's not my business. Yes,
all, I don't-
technically it's not my business.
Bro,
so
I
he's
don't
right.
control my friend. I'm not here to control my friend. I would tell my friend, yo, listen, you sure you I ask people questions because you're an adult. Are you sure you want to do this? Is the risk worth the reward? Yes? Then that is what it is. I'm not sitting here. I would say, hey, listen, in my opinion, you probably shouldn't do that. But you going to do what you want to do. You a grown-ass man.
You're agreeing with what Alan just said. He said, does it not make you uncomfortable?
I didn't say I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not agreeing. I'm making sure he knows what the fuck he's doing.
He's got to be comfortable in his decisions because he's going to have the problem.
I'm comfortable either way. Whether you get divorced or whether you keep on going, I'm good.
But the reason why you ask is because there's something in you that doesn't feel right with
No, that's not the reason
No,
why
this
I
this
asked.
motherfucker cannot come to me bitching when she wants a divorce. Because I'm like, are you seriously going to waste another few hours of my life with your bullshit, knowing that you fucked around and now you here crying about she wants to divorce you? Bro, you wasn't even happy in the marriage. You married her, and a month later we was in the club and you went into the bathroom with this girl. Like, what are you talking? Like,
Yeah, you can't. See,
You're not going to give him 4 hours.
no.
he gonna get 5 hours of my fucking bullshit because I'm gonna be like, dude, you fucking an idiot at this point.
You're going to get 4 hours of no speaking. See, that's the thing. I make sure people understand what they're doing before they do it in the sense of like, are you sure you want to sign off with this? Yes? All right, cool. Then we rocking all the way with it. Don't call my phone crying if she divorced you.
He gonna call you
Don't
crying
call
though.
my phone crying if she takes custody of the kids or she takes half of what you got. I don't want to hear none of it, bro, because at the end of the day, I was with you whether you was right or whether you was wrong.
Because you were there. Like, bro, you remember that girl I took home that one night we went out in the club? Yeah,
Yep.
she found out about her. He's going to call you.
No, that's not the point. I didn't say that you can't call me. I said don't sit here and cry to me. You feel me? There's a big difference. You call me like, yo, we gonna laugh together. Like,
Are you growling?
Bro, I asked you.
Are you Simba?
I
Who
asked
growled?
you.
Guys, I'm fucking annoyed.
But
Has anybody cheated in front of you ever and you were like really uncomfortable about it?
you think they're gonna answer this honestly? Come on, bro.
I am. That's what you asked me.
The answer is fucking yes.
I mean, even if
We
she
all
said
see
yes,
it.
we don't got to
In some
think
form,
about it.
fashion.
We're not saying names. We're not saying the situation. If it's a yes, if it's a yes. If it's a no, it's a no.
No.
Oh my god.
No, maybe she never experienced
I've
that.
known about a friend
God.
cheating
I
on
can't.
her person.
Alan,
It didn't
you can
happen in
take your
front of me,
phone.
but I knew about it.
Take your phone, please. Like, because here's the thing. I mean, cheating in general. I'm talking about all ways of cheating. Emotionally,
Well, no. Well, first of all, I don't know what those married, and I'm talking about married people, because I think until you're married, you're single. But if I see something and
That my
I
shit was
don't know
fake.
I don't know what their agreement is. It may not be cheating. So that ain't for me to judge. I mean, really, I don't give a damn, and I really don't want to be involved.
So then maybe he should shut his mouth because he don't know.
Mhm.
Well, especially if you're bringing somebody like if I'm good friends with your husband and he's bringing you around and you're a woman, I'm going to be very receptive to that, and now you're like a sister to me.
And that's
You know
what
what I'm
the guy's
saying?
saying.
Right. So now you're around, and we having these family dinners, we having these whatever holidays there is, and we talking, and then all of a sudden I'm not gonna tell you, and then I know that this dude just slept with Maria, Jessica, and whoever, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And I not, no, it's not that it's great. I'm not gonna say anything, but now am I being genuine to you now, knowing that?
Who?
Well, now I know her for 5 years.
Because
Now I
he
know her
has
for
his own
5 years.
personal
You know what I'm
relationship.
saying? I know her for 5 years, and she's a great woman. And I know that she's there for him. If I own businesses, she's making sure my books are right. She's taking care of shit. She's for me. She's not for the money. And here I am, fucking these 3 girls, and she's doing the right thing. And I know she's great. And I'm here thinking like, damn. Especially for me, I start thinking like, I'm looking for a great woman, and this is a great woman. Look at how she's being treated. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
We need more men on the panel.
No,
when we gonna talk about this.
You want
Because-
people that align to the bullshit,
No,
bro. What are
no,
you
the
talking
thing is-
about,
the
bro?
thing is, I don't want emotional. Like all I
It's
heard
not
was,
emotion. It's
all I-
truth. It's
all
true.
I heard was I feel.
Well, who am I supposed to say?
But
You
my-
feel?
But my
I'm saying
thing-
I feel.
but my thing is this: I feel is all about your feelings, right? So now my thing is this:
Okay, let's just replace I feel.
How
with
about this?
You believe?
well, how about
I
this?
don't believe. Because if that was the case, I'd be religious. Okay, so we're not
No,
doing
I'm
that.
saying you
We're not
believe
doing that.
Yo.
instead of feeling.
No. I feel that shit is crazy. I
just
feel
wanna
that
be-
shit is crazy. I don't want my man to tell me, sit down and be like, yo, I think I found the love of my life. She's the one, you know, this and that. And then he goes marry her. He goes spend $100,000. And all of a sudden, a month later, he's getting a blowjob in the bathroom. Bro, you could have went home and your wife would have gave you that blowjob. Like, what is the problem? A month later?
Yo,
A month
Dave,
later?
Dave, let me tell you something.
Wait,
If that's your
Rico, can you
no,
allow
Rico,
someone else
nothing.
to speak?
I'm definitely just
No,
gonna because
can you allow someone else to speak?
I've been getting cut off this whole time.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, I have.
He let you go for like.
I have. I was
can't-
I was just trying
you
to
can't be
respond to
serious.
Dave, and I got cut off by Aaron. Then it went to I feel
You
and I
can't
make
be
believe,
serious.
and I believe what I believe, what I
He
make feel.
actually
Like
cannot
this
be
is all
serious.
like this is what we're talking about.
literally
We're all
haven't even-
seeing
I
this.
was
about to say,
Dave, am I wrong right now?
Aaron and Amanda footage.
I'm taking
for
the
last
fifth right now.
Yo, now you take the
We're
fifth.
literally
Thank you.
sitting here.
I appreciate you
Literally.
pleading the fifth, Dave. That's all I. We got it on camera. That's all that
Literally
matters.
just sitting, literally
You should be.
listening to you.
You should be.
Should.
Because we're
Oh,
fuck
sick.
off.
Oh, man. It's getting spicy here at the table. Make sure you click and subscribe. Go ahead, Amanda. What you got to say? Yeah.
Okay, like I was trying to say before.
Go ahead, say it.
Porky Pig, stop.
I'm about to say because I'm about to start being really rude.
Go ahead.
Like I was trying to say before, when I first saw the video, I made a comment and it like went crazy. Like people were giving
What
me
was your comment?
1,000 think pieces. I said that the video was stupid.
Thank you.
It was stupid because this wasn't a video about a friend calling, like holding another friend accountable.
Okay.
It wasn't.
All right.
This was a selfish person. They only cared about the money that they were spending. Even if they felt like, oh, this relationship was real and I used my money to, you know, do this and get this and fly myself out to, you know, watch this union. The bottom line of the video was that their money was wasted. It wasn't about accountability. And I'm like, and even if you were intentional or like genuine in holding your friend accountable, or if you really gave a damn about your friend's relationship or their marriage, you wouldn't have posted the video to begin with, even if that was your personal feelings.
I mean, I
Not even
agree.
my
I
fucking
can agree
homie.
to that.
Like that.
I can agree
How
to
about
that.
You're not. You shouldn't even have been at my
And
wedding.
some people were like, oh, he just posted the video. He didn't know it was going to go viral. But it was just like,
There's always intentions. That's what I'm saying. It's always
I hate when people
intention.
say that. Why'd you post it?
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's
Post
always
it to the
intention.
public.
There was an intention why he posted it. Whether he knew or not, he knew that people were going to see it, and there's a possibility of it being viral.
I just feel like that's not what it looks like when you're holding your
Yeah, no, let it out.
friends
Don't hold that in.
accountable. That's not what it looks like.
Never.
Yo, my thing is, you're my homie. And you're at my wedding. There's nobody at my. Well, I can't say everybody because there could be big weddings that just have a bunch of random people. Hypothetically speaking, I'm going to assume that this was not a big wedding because he had people spending their own money to go to Vegas. So it can't have
And it
been
usually like that though.
not when you have a big wedding that you can afford. You paying for
For everybody coming to your wedding, does that how it works?
I was about to say
Maybe not for everybody, but
destination
like-
wedding?
When you get married, let me know.
Is it like that?
Well, we
You
had
pay
a
for everybody?
Again, I can't finish a
No.
thought, by the way, guys. This is Exhibit A.
no.
Exhibit
Well,
A is
had you
her,
not been
right?
talking for 20 minutes
I have,
straight, but yeah.
okay,
Whoa.
Exhibit A.
No, but
again,
I've been married.
Shadiness.
A1
I've been married,
and A2.
even if you're not paying for everyone's flights there or whatever, it's still very expensive.
Right.
Agreed. Now, I'm going to assume, again, I assume this is a guy calling a girl sis because he said, you got me calling her sis. So this is not somebody who is an extra. This is somebody who is close to you. So as your friend who is close to me, you already know me, right? More likely than not, I probably been cheating. Niggas don't just start cheating on a wife, especially after they spend on a wedding, right? So now if you know who the fuck I
Wait,
am,
so it's a money thing?
I can never finish a thought.
No, I just want to.
Exhibit B.
I want clarification.
Exhibit B.
She was exhibit A and B.
Tell me about it.
Clarification.
Tell me about it.
I want clarification.
I will clarify when I finish. Just hold your notes.
But it's about money.
Hold your notes, please. So if this is a guy, this is a guy who I stop. Yeah. Basically, I'm saying you're my homie, bro. So whose loyalty is you really have? Because you're one being oblivious to who your homie is. Because you most likely gotta know how I am, how I've operated, and however long that we've been friends for you to be at my wedding and call my wife sis, right? So now I'm taking all of these different details, and then for you to sit here and be like, you upset because of the money that you spent goes to show me you probably didn't care about me cheating any other time, but now you care about me cheating now. And it's really probably primarily because you have money invested. And with or without you having money invested, it still gets me mad because now you've been ignoring the fact that I've been cheating in all the other relationships since we've been friends. So regardless if you spent money or not, you know who I am and my tendencies, and now you have an issue.
So
Your morals don't matter when you've already signed up from the beginning. And that's what people got to
So
understand.
let me ask you a question. So let's say you're that guy. Let's say that
Him?
guy.
Or the married guy.
We're talking fake shit.
Which one? Because
You're the married guy, right? I'm the boy, your boy.
I wouldn't trust you at my wedding.
Okay,
You
no
already
problem.
told me.
No, it's not that. What I'm saying is, I know that you play. You was
Actually,
always a
yeah, I
player.
did, yeah.
Like I know you was always a player. And what if now you tell me that this is the one?
Thank you, Dave.
This is the one that's gonna make you stop playing. That all that playing shit you did was because you never been married and you had girlfriends and you played them dirty. So fuck them. They were never my wife, so I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck. And I know that. And I know that. I said, yo, Rico, this is what he does. And now this is the one. This is the one that now this is why we're going to Vegas. You know, this is why we're going to Vegas. This is why you're spending $100,000 on the wedding. This is why I'm willing to everybody spending $1,000 personally out their own pocket to go over there because they're celebrating this union, because this is the one that changed you. This is the one that made you. I'm just saying, don't give me the look of like he's lying, because now you give me the look like, hey, you know me, nigga. That means you're a deceiver. That means you've been deceiving your people. Because now we go over there because now we trusting that this is the one that's going to make you that man that you always felt that you was never with a woman. She made you feel like that. Now go over there and a month later, you want to get your balls licked in the bathroom.
It could have been a year later. But my thing
I
is
like
this.
how y'all just throwing in.
But whatever time frame.
I'm just saying because he did foul shit. This is what this was about.
but
So
regardless,
you got to keep it there.
But regardless, Dave, my thing is this. Even if that was the case, as a man, you're supposed to be like, my homie, even though he said he was going to change, reverted back to who he is at the core in which I knew him as.
All right, now he did lie to all of us and he wasted everybody's
Can I
time.
But he
chime
didn't waste
in?
his
Go
time
ahead,
because
please do.
his
Can I
marriage is
chime
still
in
good.
Please do.
Because situation aside, I feel like the bottom line is holding your friends accountable and not loyalty, Rico. So I feel like even if like your homeboy saw you doing X, Y, and Z, I feel like the point of the story is to not be like, oh, well, you knew that this is the type of person I am, so like don't have a problem with it now. Like obviously you have a problem with it now because you paid all of this money to be at a wedding.
That's the problem.
But I think the point is that's
I wouldn't have
not
did the
how you hold your friends accountable.
Right, I
Like,
wouldn't have did the video.
yeah, the video was
It would have been a
stupid.
personal conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. So we going with, I don't care. No, the point
Are
is-
you finished?
I'm sorry.
I mean, the point was made. Go ahead.
Okay.
The point is that
So I don't want you beating us up
the point is that we gotta really
Off
focus
camera.
on
Off camera.
off camera.
we gotta focus on what's the reality. The reality is this is a dude who is over here wants to hold his friend accountable but is tying his own expenses to his friend's wedding, right? Well, first of all, if your money was that meant more to you than that, then realistically you wasn't my friend to begin
Man,
with.
fuck all that.
Second of all, if you
It's my money.
second of all, if you
All
go
of
on
that. It's my money.
Exhibit
I'm
C.
mad.
Exhibit C.
Fuck you and your
Exhibit
Exhibit
C.
C. Like I said,
Exhibit C.
it's
Exhibit
my
C.
money.
Exhibit C.
Go ahead.
I'm
Talk
mad.
your shit.
Don't have me.
Talk your shit, Greenland.
Don't have
Editor,
me.
let's
Don't
put
have me
Exhibit
wasting
A,
my
B, and
money
C.
when you over here doing something to mess up a marriage that just happened. Like I'm spending $2,000.
We don't even know how long it fucking ago was.
$2,000, $2,500 to go to your wedding, and you over here about to fuck it up, man. Fuck all that. Don't have me involved in your bullshit. Period. Do not involve me in your bullshit. More importantly, do not waste my fucking money when it comes to your bullshit.
And bringing it back to the topic, is
honestly,
that your safety net? Is that your
is what
safety
I
net
care
now?
about. They talking about some other stuff. Don't mess with my time and don't mess with my money. Period.
Just ask for the bread back.
All right.
Just ask for your bread back.
Uh-oh, he's going to throw the phone
I'm
back
like,
at
give
you.
me my fucking money back.
Yeah, but that's not.
Give me my money back.
No, it is true, though. It is true because why were you...
At the end of the, we pushing right now?
At the end of the day, like you got me
I get what you're
convinced.
saying.
I'm spending. You don't know what I'm going through. I'm
Exactly.
behind on my car payments,
you there
my
to support
insurance,
your
my
friend.
mortgage, and now I'm spending this
That
money
means you
to.
dumb.
to-
Stop it.
You don't
dumb
know what
as hell.
people are going through right now, man. What are you
No,
talking?
you could go through it. Then you
It's a
shouldn't be
valid
spending money
point.
on
I just feel
Vegas.
like
You shouldn't. You don't need to be lying to me.
Mainly
How about
about
that
I
one?
didn't lie to you.
You didn't get to lie
I
to me.
didn't know the
Everybody
truth.
was praising the video, which I hated.
A lot of people.
That's your
talking.
dirtbag.
A lot of people.
We don't know
talking.
That's your piece of
we
shit.
don't know who
A lot
we
of
are
people
till
are
we're in the
talking.
situation.
It's
lot
your
of
piece
people
of
are
shit.
talking. A lot of people are talking.
Ready?
Ready? Are you ready? You good?
I have yet to see a man like ruin his family because of infidelity and be the same person after that. Either they become a better human, but there's always that regret. There's always that hole. And I wish that's the conversation us as men should have. Like instead of being the adult that my dad was to me, telling me like, "Oh, you only got one girlfriend. One day you gonna understand." I'd rather be the dude that said, "Hey, man, when I started like devoting myself to my wife, like literally committing myself to my wife, I'm not cheating, I'm not doing nothing else, and I'm going to therapy, and I'm going to work on myself. Bro, look at my life the last 6-7 years. I came up in every way, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything. So it's just like, why not tell those stories, to young men? So I think that's what we should use situations like this to be teachable moments to tell those stories, to young men.
Charlamagne, I really rock with you.
Yeah, I'm not listening to that guy.
You interviewed me on Brilliant Idiots 4 years ago, and life has been good.
That guy does
do
weird
not
stuff.
Subscribe to this message. All right.
Is it because of
What
Charlamagne?
was wrong with
Wait,
that message?
What did he say that was terrible?
I just don't think that we got the thing is, in my personal opinion, especially somebody like Charlamagne, who let's say is, I don't know his age, but let's just say 45. Okay.
You think he's that old? Doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Right.
Anybody of that age has grown up in an entirely different light, time frame, and mindset. Now, people who are poly, right, is probably more so a newer thing or more open, I should say, today than it has ever been in the history of America. Specifically.
Is he poly?
No.
Oh.
No.
But what I'm saying,
But that's healthy poly by being honest.
but the thing is, we have to understand that it's an entirely new world. It's the same, like, people being poly is not as easy because, one, you limit your options. Two, the people that you probably truly connect with and love are not poly, right? Poly. So then what happens is we grow up being told this is the script that we're supposed to follow, right? So you got all these people who devote themselves and don't even know what they are. Then you got people who devote themselves to the wrong person. Then you got people who devote, and women and men right now are finding out the hard way that when you devote yourself to the wrong person, and there's only one way to find out, and that's once you do it, that it was a waste of time.
Okay, we're trying to figure out the.
Okay.
I was gonna say I know he's not gonna throw it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to follow where we brought up.
Child, this is what I'm doing right now. Y'all.
I'm
That's
trying
really
to
how I
hold
feel
on.
because y'all on some bullshit today. So,
Don't
Cheers.
close that back up.
Give me some of that too.
hi, Dave.
I started with this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
National Wine Day,
It is.
guys. Where's live?
Not in the champagne, Phil, right?
Well, that's what I got.
That's a Brooklyn thing. You see what I say? They gotta keep it ghetto. Keep it ghetto.
I was never from the ghetto, so.
All right, we just talking about drinking the champagne thing. You don't gotta be mad now.
You don't
Talk
gotta
about
be-
my
you
shirt.
don't gotta-
Talk about my shirt and all that.
That I'm from Brooklyn, ho.
Oh, now I'm a hoe. Damn. I'll be your hoe. I'll be your hoe, girlfriend.
Anyways,
She went to a private school that didn't teach about Texas.
Oh Lord.
Oh man,
Anyway.
I got my liquor license too.
you know what?
Oh my God.
Fuck y'all. I don't think that there was anything.
Them.
Not you, Marie. Not you. Not you.
Marie's like, I'm in the crossfires.
Need the crossfire, Marie.
Child.
I don't think that there
Cheers.
was anything wrong with Charlamagne.
National Wine Day.
Okay.
Anger going on there. I don't know.
I feel like I'm pretty okay. I mean, you'll know
We've been
when
chilling.
this is
I don't know,
when this
man.
is angry on this side.
Mm.
We
All
We've
right.
been chilling the whole time.
All
It's
right,
great.
Solange.
Thank you, Dave.
Beyonce,
Appreciate
bitch.
Get it right.
So I feel like I understood Charlamagne's message perfectly. As a young child, they're very impressionable. So to say things like, "Oh, you only got one girlfriend," is to encourage them to go out and have multiple girlfriends. So I feel like that's where you were going with the poly situation. But I feel like poly isn't introduced, especially to younger kids,
Why?
because it's
Their
not.
parents
I
aren't
feel like
poly.
I feel like we're not really living in a society yet where poly is very mainstream.
Well,
It's still
here,
very a new idea,
here.
and here, okay,
Ain't this where we live?
Thank you.
well, okay,
Appreciate it,
Oh,
Nation.
you're gonna have 3 boyfriends in your house?
The world is the world. My main point was that the world
I'm
is
not
not the same.
saying
But
that
go
people
ahead.
don't know about it. I'm saying it's not mainstream. Maybe in a couple of years, yes, we do see it becoming more mainstream, but right now, it's not. I feel like parents are probably starting to introduce, because I mean TV is starting to introduce to like younger shows, LGBT, which we've talked about on this show like before. So it's like now we have parents saying, okay, well, do you have a girlfriend yet or a boyfriend? Like they'll probably slip that in because it's becoming more known in like our society, but poly really isn't. So I feel like that's where you were going with that. But Charlamagne's message still stands. He's saying that he's devoted himself to his wife and his life elevated ever since. So it's just like to push that kind of narrative, to push that like be devoted to something. To mention like, oh, you only have one girlfriend. We really know what a parent is saying when they say that. They're trying to be like, be a player, like be
more.
popular, get more. You got one girlfriend, like get another one. Like girls are pretty, like, do your thing. And that's really not what we should be teaching children. Because if you're not like introducing the idea of poly to them, saying like, oh, well, if to date one or more people is, you know what I'm trying to say?
But you know what? Even if they do,
Do you know what you're trying to say?
No,
I know
she
what I'm
does.
trying to say.
Go ahead.
Aaron, go ahead.
So even if they do introduce poly, that those people in that poly relationship still have to agree to be committed to that poly relationship. So if there's 3 of them or 4 of them, and then someone goes outside of that, now you still have a problem. So the fundamentals are still the same, whether it's one man, one woman, one woman, whatever the makeup of the relationship is, you still have to be committed to it. And that's really the crux of the message that Charlamagne was giving.
Exactly.
Actually, I disagree.
And that's not poly relationships is not something you're going to find within children anyway.
Can I-
so.
Guys, I hate when we do this, right? Nobody's listening to what he's actually, what Charlamagne
Oh,
actually,
you only heard what he's actually saying?
clearly.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
Charlamagne actually said is he's never seen a guy
Mm-hmm.
bounce back when he lost his family due to infidelity, right? So the real question is, first and foremost, people, Amanda, have been devoting themselves to one person here for what, 300 years?
Have they really?
200, 400 years? Well, you get what I'm saying.
Have they really?
So what has happened is, if you really want to, let's actually do a real
Have you?
analysis. People are now coming out the woodworks of being a poly. Why? Because they devoted themselves and it didn't work out. They devoted themselves and they realized that one wasn't enough for them, or the one that they devoted themselves to wasn't the right one, right? So there's a bunch of different reasons on why people are now saying, let me actually be able to experience more than one partner. We've already been devoting ourselves. It has already been pushed, actually. It
You
is
like
a
to be
law.
poly?
It's a law. Wait, hold on.
You like to be poly?
Yes. It is a law in
Duh.
it's a law in
I would love
America to
challenge
only
your thought.
it's a law in America to only have one wife. So that is the only thing being pushed since you're born, right? So if we really said, hey, listen, as kids, let's actually open up the doors of what type of relationships exist and are out there. And maybe we won't have infidelity
Literally.
because maybe, yes, but with a different reasoning. But maybe if we actually have the awareness of polys as an early age, there will be less infidelity because we will know where you stand when it comes to being married
But-
or having a family.
Real
At the end of the
quick,
day,
hold on.
no, wait, Marie, it still goes back to being devoted to whatever your situation is, whether it's monogamy, whether it's polygamy, polyamory, whatever the fuck you want to say it
But
is.
what is the
No,
infidelity
but
reason?
Can I, Rico?
Can
May
she?
I?
I mean, you
Can she?
can,
May
but
I?
as long as
May
you
I?
understand.
Can she?
Can I? May I?
If
Yeah.
I may.
If you don't mind,
I-
are you gonna keep talking or
Yes,
can I?
I get 3
I don't
exhibits.
know. I just want to keep. I
get
really
3
just want
exhibits.
to have something to say.
Exhibit A.
I don't know. All I want to do.
Go ahead.
So this is the point. The point. Charlemagne talked about being devoted to something.
Yeah.
So what works
Talk
for
about
him?
bouncing back.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Was
Oh.
that really the
I'm
message?
done. No, I'm
Bouncing
done.
back
No,
from
I'm actually
infidelity?
done. No, I'm
I
done.
love it.
I don't.
Like
okay.
done? Like 2 duns?
I don't know.
Can we play the video again?
Hold on. I don't know. Like,
All right, hold on. Let me hear what Aaron.
No.
No,
really,
she's done.
I'm
She's done.
I really am.
Yeah, she's done.
Because it's actually disrespectful.
okay, listen,
Love
you
it.
guys. Here's the thing.
Exhibit C.
Rico,
That'll be exhibit D at the point.
like we can't pick and choose certain things, right? Like, here's the thing that happens, right? Everybody's like, we get a little tight when I don't want to get too political when you're talking about, oh, maybe like the trans community is going too far because they're like wanting all of this, all of this, all of this, right? A lot of acceptance. Then the poly movement comes in. You want all of this, all of this. I think people tend to pick and choose what works for them. And then you're going to push whatever agenda works for you. So for a male narrative, it might work the polyamory situation, right? So you push that narrative. But we might get tight because they're teaching children about non-binary, trans people, but we get tight about it. What? Don't- Bro, you just broke my whole train of thought talking about the mic.
God saved you.
No, it's not.
There's over
Rico.
1 billion people who believe in a religion that is poly, Muslim.
No.
That's actually probably the biggest religion in all of the world. So it's not about getting tight. It's
Doesn't
about
mean they're right.
Alan,
But it's
what
about
I'm
reality.
trying to say is we pick and choose what works for us. You're passionate about being polyamory
Really?
because
No,
it
I'm
works
passionate
for
about the
you.
reality.
And somebody who's like non-binary is passionate about being non-binary.
But they're not even the same.
That's what I just
Whether it's
said.
1 woman, 2 women, or 3 women.
But that's what Aaron was saying. Aaron was saying Charlemagne, it's not about being monogamous or being polyamorous.
It's about devoting yourself to what you believe.
Charlemagne was saying, once he decided whether he was in a monogamous relationship or a polyamorous situation, what he was saying, once he devoted himself to a relationship, whether that was 2 women or 15 women, it don't signify. Once he devoted himself to that relationship, it changed his life. That's all he was saying.
Alan, please give me your phone. I don't even want, just give me your phone, please. Give me your phone, Alan. Sejos, please. That's
Sajus.
Sajus.
Must be that. It must be that Indian
Alan,
bracelet
just
you got
please-
on.
Just please give me your phone.
All
All right. So I want all the ladies here who have a hard time hearing to listen.
Yet to see a man like ruin his family because of infidelity and be the same.
Boom. So what is he talking about? Wait, hold on. Slow
That was
down.
really quick.
It's still the
Wait,
same
wait.
thing.
Wait. Well, I just want to make sure we understand something.
We're on the same page.
No, we're not.
But we are.
I want, just listen. Exhibit A.
No, you already did it.
Exhibit A.
If she's A, B, and C, how's she A? She got to be
Correct.
D.
No, she's a different
Probably
person,
a
different
K.
subject.
Actually, the exhibits continue in the alphabet.
It's a different subject. But wait. So
And I think, Alan, I think it comes to a point where
why are they dishonest though?
But
But no.
no,
My
they're not being
question
honest. They're not telling the
but
other
my-
person what they're doing.
I'm just asking you guys a question. Why is someone being dishonest? If we had to ask, why does infidelity exist? Right?
It's conditioning.
Thank you. Say it again.
It's a conditioning.
Okay, so
Lack of self-control, I believe.
Dave,
No, he
if you
didn't.
made a commitment
Literally
with
said
me,
that.
right, and
Right.
I'm under the impression.
But-
no, hold on, Alan. No, I'm on the damn mic, Alan. Hold on now.
She can hear herself.
She getting hot.
I can hear
You sound like
myself.
Amanda when we did
Right,
another
like, shut
episode a
up.
while before.
What I'm trying to say is, if we make a commitment
Marie,
together,
Marie.
because Alan is
I
getting
get it.
me
All right,
annoyed.
I
like that. Sexy.
Like, if we make a
Wait, like
commitment
oil?
together
Leave me
and
alone.
we
Oil?
decide we're going to be in a
Okay.
monogamous
Like, come on,
situation, that's the situation that we are moving forward in. Now, if you have a conversation with me before we get into this
Thank you.
relationship that I am a non-monogamous person. So we are going into this commitment with me knowing you are a non-monogamous person. So I will move accordingly with you. I make a decision based on that. That's the difference.
okay,
It's about communication.
so Marie, if I married, hypothetically, we were to get married and we're both Catholic, and at some point in time I realized Catholicism does not work for me and I want to be Muslim,
Okay.
but Muslim doesn't fit with you.
Okay.
Now, me possibly not wanting to end my bond with you and practice Muslim secretly does not make me a liar.
No, but
Hold on,
talk
hold-
to me.
Secretly makes you a liar.
No, he's saying he doesn't want to do it secretly.
No.
Talk
I'm
to
saying
me.
I don't want
Thank
to.
you.
I don't want to end my relationship secretly. Does not make me a liar
So talk to
in
me.
terms of
confused.
what I
Maybe I need more
committed
wine.
to.
So talk to me.
But what I'm saying is, it's not like, see, the thing is, everybody sits here and we think that talking to somebody is easy. See, my main thing is I'm questioning, why does infidelity exist? And we're trying to focus on knowing what you are before you get married. And realistically, nobody knows who they are before they get married and even during their marriage.
No, some people do know,
but
man.
that's
Not
not it.
everybody.
But-
Well, I mean, like, you don't know who
Rico.
you are forever, is what I'm saying. Like, you change, people
Rico.
change.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying is
like-
that's not an out. That's not an
Right.
out. I understand that you we maybe we got married when I was 23 and you were 24. I get it. I understand what you're saying, but it's not an out. Like, it does not mean that you can't open your mouth and use your words. It's not an out. Tell me and then let me make the decision and say, you know what? I don't want this.
Right, there's no transparency.
You know what? I want to practice Catholicism and you want to be Islamic, and that's cool. And then we'll figure it out from there, or this isn't going to work out. But don't take my choice away from me, because I'm not going to take the choice away
She
from
doesn't
you.
get it.
People don't want to have hard conversation. That's literally what it is. Like,
Is that what it is?
why would you not, if there's an issue in your relationship, rather than have a difficult, uncomfortable conversation, you rather just go do what you want to do. You know, and that takes away that person's decision, their ability to make a choice for themselves. Because you may say, hey, this is what I want. I've grown into this particular person, X, Y, and Z. Let them, like, don't take away their decision. Let them say, you know what? Okay, yes, I accept it and we can figure it out from here. Or they say, you know what? I'm not really fucking with it. Do what you got to do. Like, I really, I don't know what it is, but it's a fear that
That's a personal problem, though.
people do not understand, like, the importance of, like, being honest with people. Like, because to take away somebody's choice is to take away, like, their autonomy. You know what I mean? Just imagine, like, somebody wake up, you 45 years old, but you wake up every day and from now on, somebody else making decisions for you.
It's called the government.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then we go deep.
And that's
It's called
monogamy.
religion.
And that's monogamy.
No one's talking
The
about
government is monogamy.
No, and I
Wait. So if you're not built for a hard conversation, that means you take away somebody else's autonomy.
That's what they're
their
doing.
choice. No. That's what I'm saying. So just because you lack a skill,
Right.
does that mean that you take away somebody
Well,
else's decision?
People do that. People do that through ignorance.
No,
That's what's
I
happening.
agree, but I
Yeah.
don't. But
Okay, Dave, let me just build this one more time. I got one
Okay,
more
go
in me,
ahead.
right?
He's like, I got one more in me.
I got,
Yeah.
no, I got one
It's
more
like an
in me.
onion.
No,
Am I gonna start to cry?
blooming onion.
I'm just trying to fight that.
I hate
I'm
y'all.
not a bully. You think I'm a bully?
Amanda.
Fight. I just want to fight. Come outside. I'm not a bully. We're gonna square up and then we're gonna be friends or we're gonna whatever. Let's square up.
Yeah.
I'm not a bully.
If you want to fight, you're kind of like a bully.
Why do you want to fight?
Just listen. Just listen.
Choose better.
Oh, not every woman's a bully.
Wait,
See, that's
but
unfair.
wait.
That's an unfair
Hold
statement.
on.
Aaron,
Choose better,
but
right?
here's
You
the
didn't even
thing.
have a mic for any of
You're
that?
not-
No, he doesn't.
That's fine.
No, I think it's right
Yeah,
there.
it's right
ain't
there.
it?
That's fine.
Oh,
Can you hear it?
I was hoping you didn't because everyone just heard you say that.
That every woman's a
Pull the mic down,
Yeah.
son.
Well, the thing is,
You almost got saved.
All right, let Aaron and Enrico go.
I'm gonna be honest. I
want you to
really,
go there,
I
Aaron.
don't care about men viewing women as bullies. Like men have this persona, right? The persona of like, I'm a man, like you should submit to me, X, Y, and Z, like I provide and protect, I'm the head of my house. Now, if you're the head of this household, you're telling me that you lack the words, the maturity, and the ability to have a simple conversation, but you want me to respect you as the head of this household? How does that even make sense? I don't understand. And at the end of the day, whether you don't have the skills to have a conversation, don't take away my choice. Don't take away my decision because I want to know. Let me know. And I know a lot of men say women don't want to know the truth. No, I want, and a lot of women say that they want to know the truth. I want to know the truth so that and again, I
Some
am
do.
only speaking for Aaron Campbell. Please.
Not the full name.
Yeah.
No, she always does that.
I'm only speaking
You
for
know who
Aaron
she
Campbell.
is.
I want the truth because you're right. Because I
Aaron
want,
T. Campbell?
Yes.
Oh, there you
Because
go.
I want to be able to make my own decision. Because if I make a decision based on what you've told me, then there's nothing I can say going forward. I can't complain. I can't be on your ass. I can't, like,
Sounded real southern right
Le-
now.
well-
You saying that?
I can't like leave because X, Y, and Z because I've already agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if at some point I've agreed to it and I want to change direction, then I need to have a conversation with you. But at the end of the day, don't take away my choice.
I just tuned in.
Are women comfortable with the truth? If you came to your woman and said, I don't want to cheat on you, so I want to see other women and I want you to know.
Most women are not comfortable with the truth. Most people are not comfortable telling the truth. You want me to sit here and go with all this fairy tale bullshit? Listen, I can guarantee everybody on this panel who had a job lied while they were late. Why'd you lie while you were late? Because you didn't want to get fired. People fear repercussions. And when you fear repercussion, you will lie and try to do whatever you can to prevent those repercussions, especially if you're married and you got a lot on the line. So now when we're sitting here saying have these hard conversations, although I agree, you should. In my opinion, it makes you more of a man if you can, and more of a woman if you can. But if you want me to be realistic, from the second you come out of this, from the second you enter the real world, you start lying about hard topics. You start lying about the truth in many different ways. And for me to be naive enough to say you're not gonna bring those habits into this relationship that you had is asinine. You've been doing this your whole life, and you think I'm about to think you think I'm going, or I think that you're going to now stop doing these things when push comes to shove? You're gonna be like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna say, hey, listen, I'm a liar, but you're gonna resort to lying. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just is a thing. So when I talk about, I'm not even gonna get into it because I don't want to go backtrack. But that's what I would say on that. The infidelity thing is a whole different subject.
Women lie to men rather than the other way around because men cannot handle the truth. Men cannot handle Men cannot handle infidelity. They know that they are more likely to, well, not more likely, women cheat too, but it is known that,
No, we don't.
right.
Here
no, we
goes the
don't.
lie again.
All right, listen, Green Lantern.
We're
Don't do
live,
that,
right?
Because
We're live. We're
women
live
are
lying.
specialists in playing dirty. Specialists.
Sorry, backtrack. Women don't cheat.
No,
but-
women do cheat, and they specialize in it.
But it's like we all know that like when men find out that their women cheat, it's much harder on them.
Yes.
Yes, that it is true. So it's just like,
Nobody's in denial here.
so it's like women lie to satisfy men, their ego. Men seem to have very huge egos. We actually talked about ego just last week. So Aaron was actually talking about men having this persona. I'm the head of the household. I'm in charge. I do this. I provide. I protect. And we kind of lie to keep that tall man standing.
And keep
To
him
keep-
tall
Yeah.
through
All
deceitfulness.
5'7" of them.
All 5'7" of Dave. And all five. I
Don't
don't
be a
know how
hater.
old they're, all
5'8".
5'11" of Rico.
5'8".
5'11". Actually,
5'11"?
I'm 6 foot with these.
What?
They said you and Rico should hug it. Can you and Rico hug out?
Oh, the audience is saying, can you and Rico hug it out?
Hug for what?
Well, Aaron and Rico?
Yeah.
Lonnie is just like
Green
stop
Lantern
pushing that
and-
narrative. It was one
It's
person.
all love. They bring the best
Shut
out
up,
of each
candy
other.
corn.
Well, that was another. That was last week's
What,
episode.
what can we call him
It
right
might have been
now?
3 weeks
Hey,
ago,
Jack.
to be honest.
You're right.
It's last week's episode. Okay.
All right.
You're actually
My
right.
question for Dave is, do you feel that as a man, if a woman comes to you with honest, brutal truth, I want to call it brutal because we're going with what Amanda said as far as ego and everything else and stroking ego, you know, when the girls are like, yeah, daddy, all of that, right?
Mhm.
Stroking
It doesn't
your
have to
ego.
be brutal honesty. It can be just honesty, period.
Okay, so do you feel that with honesty,
The ugly truth.
when a woman comes to
The
you
same.
with honesty, that there is a sense of resentment that will be left in your heart and in your mind towards her?
No, not for me.
High five,
I,
Dave.
I think I actually will honor her for being brutally honest to me because how can I grow if you're not going to tell me the truth? So I want to hear that. I want to hear what am I falling short of? You know what I'm saying? What can I do? What am I falling short of to you? And maybe even if I don't agree, that I still tell me, because remember, what I like and what you like is two different things. So there might be something that you feel and you like that I'm not doing, that I feel like I'm doing the best at, and you tell me. So I like the brutal honesty. I don't know if it's part of my characteristics. I just like that because I want to know. I'm not even going to hold that against you. I could still hold you and kiss you and comfort you, be like, thank you, because I need that. For some reason, I think that men need that hardcore honesty from a woman. They need a woman to say, yo, dude, you're being a dick. You know, you're an asshole. I don't like what you did. And this is bothering me. I'm not receptive to that. I don't like that. I'm ready to leave you because of this bullshit. You
Well,
know,
that's what you need.
that's what I need. I need that because I need to improve. I want to be better. Because how can I be more receptive to my other half, which is the female aspect of myself, which that's just what you're here for. You're here to teach me more of my feminine side.
Dave, can I ask you, because I understand you have a very different perspective. Do you
Of
think
course.
that other men would appreciate that same?
No,
Level of
because they be on some bullshit.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
No, some other men be on some bullshit. They'll think what I'm doing is selling out. And what, selling out to the deceitfulness and the lies that we've been told as masculine men? No, I'm not doing that
I'm
no
glad
more.
you
We're not
used
doing that.
word, because I was just about to say, I know people that have too much masculine energy. If you tell them that they're doing anything wrong, they'll just try to fight it.
And they do. And we have done. And I have done. And I realized that it doesn't work because you're going to lose somebody. And then I'm like crying like a little bitch later down the line because I lost something that I love so much because I want to have this pride and this ego of being nurtured incorrectly by some men that just didn't know better.
Get up.
Because we always lied to, we always being deceived. It's like this reality is always manipulating, confusing you not to be the best version of yourself. And you can only find the best version of yourself with the people that say they love you and be receptive. And then use your discernment to see if they are being true and have integrity in what they're sharing.
Dave,
No, it's just what it
I
is.
have a
so,
question
can I ask Dave a question?
Go ahead.
Are you familiar with this saying to never tell a girl she looks fat in her dress or looks bad in her dress?
No, I'm gonna tell her the same way I want
no, I
honesty. I'm
didn't-
gonna tell her you
Dave,
look fat in that shit.
Dave,
okay?
Dave, that's not what I asked
Okay,
you.
so go ahead. What do you say?
Have you ever heard
Mhm.
to not tell a woman?
I heard that.
I've
I've heard that before.
So
Yeah.
what? So if, well, based on what we both know, we've heard.
Right.
I want to make sure people understand that we've been programmed and
Yes.
taught to lie to each other.
Yes, it's been a program.
Women lie to men to hurt, to protect our ego. Men lie to women to protect your feelings. We all. Well,
We could
honestly,
supersede that. We could supersede that. We could become
Dave,
better people. And
I want to
supersede
be
that.
able to talk without being interrupted. I let all of you guys do this, right? I
Oh,
love you so much.
Now you're letting people.
Yeah, yeah. Know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is we have to get to the understanding that it's not a men, I have to lie to men to protect their ego, because women lie about their body count. Men has to be able to have the hard conversations and tell me about his infidelities. Well, you got to have the hard conversations and tell us about your whole phase. But nobody's doing that.
The whole what?
Phase.
Oh, the whole phase. Okay.
No one's doing that. So when no one's being honest with anybody, my real question is, what do you expect when you get married? What do you expect when you have somebody who is a significant other and you've been lying to every man that you had, and that man's been lying to every girl that he's had? Men's been taught not to tell a girl. I can't even ask a girl her age, right? Because if I do, it's rude. I can't tell a girl that she's fat in a dress or she looks bad in a dress, because if I do, it's rude. So I have to lie, right? So if you're telling me that society, see, I'm not saying about us, because I believe that we here have a different opinion and perspective on life. I'm talking about society, right? Society is saying, hey, lie to protect your feelings. And then we sit here and be like, well, you should also have the hard conversations. Well, they were never taught to have the hard conversations.
Were you taught to do what you do in life?
At 20 years old, it took.
No. It's kind of a yes or no. Like, so.
At 20 years old, I was taught to do. I was never taught to lie.
No. I'm not asking about lying. So whatever it is that you're successful in right now in life, were you taught to do it?
Let's say just speaking in general.
I don't know. It's kind of like a yes or no.
I don't know. You know sign language?
That's actually. Have you ever been to a concert? They actually
just-
do
I'm just
sign
saying, I'm
languages
just
there too. Was I taught to do what I do today? My newest profession, no. My initial profession, yes. I was taught to go to school. I was taught to go to college. I don't even say taught. I was programmed to go to school. I was programmed to go to college. I was programmed to get a bachelor's degree.
Question: did you get a bachelor's?
No, I got kicked out when I was a junior in college as
All
an
right.
undergrad.
So what you were taught, you didn't do.
But I was.
So, no.
Accomplish.
No.
I didn't accomplish. Thank you. I
Okay,
still
right.
did.
Okay, no.
Which is
no,
entirely different.
No. You were taught to go to college and get a degree,
Yes,
which you did not do.
I did not
right?
accomplish.
Do, accomplish, perform.
Because I
what
did
is
do it. Technically speaking, I went to school, so I did it. Yes, I fucking did it. I went and I registered. I played sports in college. I was not. I did not
Alan
finish.
wants us to wrap it up.
I'm just saying hi to the live.
At the end of the day,
Good, because
like,
I gotta pee.
Just
okay?
because you're programmed to do something
You didn't
doesn't
drink
mean
as much of
that
that
you
stuff.
can't choose to do otherwise. That's the whole point that I was making.
I just want to say thank you
Live.
to everyone that we still have on the live. This has probably been the most
It's a
difficult
lot of
live
people.
to follow thus far. So
Who you
I
blaming? Who you
really-
blaming?
I'm not blaming
Dave.
anyone.
Blame me.
It's just been a very chaotic episode. So thank you everyone for sticking all this time.
And it's been a very real episode.
It
It's
has.
been real.
Yeah,
People
this
are
is-
really expressing.
It was a little intense at times.
It has.
Not for me though. Okay, I just want to say that.
It depends. Yeah,
Not for me,
Intense
okay.
is subjective.
It was
Marie.
like as intense as like our hair gel.
I don't know about Green Lantern over here.
That got to be, okay?
I think
and
intense
Solange knows
is
over
different
here.
than passion.
Okay.
You keep fucking
Right?
playing with me.
Well, she
ho.
looks good. She looks good. Well, so what
Intense
you're
is-
saying? It's better than saying that I have a, you know.
Dave, you just stop opening your mouth and talking to me.
Yeah, you know.
Who's
Oh,
wrapping
look
this
at
up?
you. You're being so bad.
Okay, guys.
You want to fight?
So I can go
You
home.
want to fight too? We're gonna have to hug it out.
Like
Gonna have to
I
hug it
said,
out.
Thank you so much for sticking with us today. It's been a
It's all Everett's fault.
very interesting up and down conversation, but we got through it, and hopefully you got a lot from it. But
Rico's
we're gonna
frustrated.
be back
I
next
get
week,
frustrated. I'm used to being
fully
the
reset. Trying to get this outro in. Can I do that? Thanks. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join our YouTube membership. We really need you guys on that. We're on Patreon, TikTok, Instagram. Please follow all of our streaming platforms. Facebook, that's a really big one for us. We're doing numbers on there, so we're not forgetting about you, Facebook.
Membership.
I literally just said that. YouTube membership.
Ooh, wow, the
pushing that,
shadiness.
But we're gonna be back and better next week. So see you guys next episode. Bye.
Peace.